Welcome in, everybody, to WJLX. It's Wednesday night and our midweek tradition here at Crawfish Warehouse of the WJLX Coaches Show and the Heath Burns Show. Getting ready to kick us all off, Brian Hale along with James Phillips and Jonathan Timmons here. And JP, since we were here last, reclassification throughout all the Walwyn area has come through and kicked up a winter storm. And it has frozen up a lot of people with a lot of people's opinions on things that are going up and things that are going down in classification. It's gotten a little crazy.
Yeah, it definitely has gotten crazy with, and you know, I don't even know if we can speak much to the private school deal with them being moved to their own classification and then having public schools and its own classification. But just talking about our teams and where they've ended up will take a good amount of time and be quite interesting for most people out there that care about high school athletics.
Yeah, and of course, one caveat in all of this is we've lost Class 7A. Now, for those of us that have been covering area sports in the Walwyn for a very long time, we kind of have not really gotten that used to 7A. I mean, 7A just didn't come up until maybe about, 10 years ago? Yeah. So it's kind of, we won't really miss it. But in that whole shift, you just have a whole lot of 6A teams that now go to 5A, and those former 7A teams go to 6. The whole thing gets shifted down a little bit, minus private schools. So it's gotten a little bit of the Wild West flavor of where is everybody going.
Right, definitely has. And I think a lot of the teams are staying in areas with a lot of teams they're familiar with, or in regions with teams they're familiar with. But it's going to be a different look, and not having the private schools in there that's going to throw some things off. But we'll see how it turns out. You know, Jasper, that's our largest team in the area, and they're not in 6A, they're in 5A, and stayed with a lot of teams that they're very familiar with.
Well, let's just go ahead and serve that up right now because we've got Class 5A here, specifically Jasper's region. Now, that's going to be Jasper, Parker, Coleman, Gardendale, Huffman, Minor, Mortimer Jordan, and Jackson Olin. Except for maybe Huffman, teams that, at the very least, Jasper has some familiarity with and some that they've seen year in and year out, in the case of Coleman and Gardendale, Mortimer Jordan. So familiarity, but then there's a little bit of spice in there of the unknown.
Oh, definitely so. And I'll tell everybody, whether they're here hanging out with us at Crawfish Warehouse or they're listening or watching at home, go to WJLX 1015.com. And you can check out the story that's got all the listings so you can read them yourself as well instead of just listening to us. But Class 5A, you said Region 5, and they do. Huffman's the only one that I think we haven't played in a long time. Jasper's used to the teams like Mortimer Jordan, Coleman, and Gardendale for sure. Been in regions with them lately. And then in the past, we've played a lot of Minor and Jackson Olin and Parker. And Parker's they've been kind of a juggernaut in recent years too. So that's going to be probably the team that everybody's looking at to be number one. And then Jasper and several others will be fighting for that 2 position probably. It's what people are going to think going in, but a lot of people don't know Jasper's got so many people coming back. They can compete in this region.
Yeah, and you've got to take a look at from top to bottom, Jasper's experience that they've got coming back in those positions are head and tails what you really need to get yourselves back into the playoffs. And like you said, maybe even get that second or first place spot.
And, we didn't introduce Jonathan Timmons is with us as well.
What up, everybody?
How's it going today?
Yeah, I was just monitoring the production side of things, streaming, letting y'all talk about the realignment rather, because I don't have much experience talking football with you guys.
First time to kind of be in the realignment situation and being a sports broadcaster.
Yeah, I can play the ignorant dude, so because I just don't know what. So it, for all of our listeners out there, it happens every 2 years, no matter what.
Yeah, that's correct.
So this is the natural flow of things in the AHSAA, who I've become a big fan of.
Oh yeah.
Sarcasm.
Once you get into this business, you really love them.
What the big difference this year is the division of private and public.
Right.
That was huge, huh?
Oh yeah, that's such a big difference. And then Hell, probably. Were the private schools already playing public when you started covering sports?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, guys, believe it or not, when I first started covering sports in the Walnut area, the Walker County tournament used to have Jasper and Summoning Christian still in it with Parrish.
Yeah,
we had
well,
eight teams.
When I started, let me beat you here. When I started covering sports in Walker County, private schools didn't play public schools.
Wow.
So that was a long time ago.
So that's what we've reverted back
And
to.
that's kind of where we're back to, yeah.
In basketball, all fall sports, winter sports, everything?
Everything. So it was a totally different ball game then. And then Summoning Christian was one of the early schools that started playing the AHSAA. They were early on in it, and were a 1A school that played really well. But they're still the only one that we've really had. We've just seen other private schools in our classifications.
Yeah, and we've got a few in the area, obviously, a couple of in Tuscaloosa, ACA, that we see a whole lot.
Right.
We see Decatur Heritage a lot in the past couple of years, particularly our 1A and 2A teams.
Yeah. And Morris Hill is one of those schools that has been so good in football, and Jasper played them a couple of different seasons as well lately.
And, of course, we can't forget, Coosa Christian, the scandal with them lately, winning all these championships and Rush Post and all the rest of that stuff, that's going to be gone.
Yeah, Well, I'm still not for sure that this is what we're going to end up with. With the way the legislature is acting, they're wanting to get involved, which to me, they could stay in their own lane, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the High School Athletic Association.
Me either.
We don't need the government telling us how to play high school football, I don't think. How about we'll go through the rest of the regions real quick. Class 4A, our team, Dora, ends up in 4A, and they're in Region 5, which includes Centerpoint, Fairfield, Carver, Oak Grove, Shades Valley, Winona, and Woodlawn. That's a tough region.
That is Murderer's Row.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, that was almost back 2014 or 15, the SEC West.
But at least it's very short trips to be murdered.
It is. It very much is. I guess you're saving gas.
Right.
You'll need it for the medical bills.
Yeah.
But Oak Grove, what division you said that was?
This is 4A, Region 5.
We've got a big Oak Grove following, right here in at Crawfish Warehouse. There's Kimmy, and there's a lot of folks that come up here at Crawfish Warehouse from Oak Grove. So might have to see about putting Oak Grove on the coaches show next year.
May have to get them on there. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
They've got some good softball down there, I'll tell you that much.
They were the team forever, and I don't know if they still do, but they ran the Notre Dame box for years and years and years.
They are located north, west Jefferson, right? Yeah.
West Jefferson.
Okay. Well, I guess it'd be southwest Jefferson. As you go towards the river.
Tuscaloosa.
And okay. Yeah.
All right, Brian, how about tell us about Cordova, where they ended up at?
Well, Cordova actually got split off because we have two teams now in 3A in one division, and Cordova moved down, and they're in their own division. But Cordova is in an interesting division with Bibb County, Corner, Fultondale, Hale County, Pleasant Grove, Tarrant, and West Blockton. Geographically, man, that is a absolute mishmash, but that's some pretty tough football, though.
Yeah, it's all over the place. The one that shocked me was seeing Pleasant Grove in Class 3A because, they were a 5A school for the longest.
Not too long ago.
I think they've been in 4A the last couple years, so they must be on quite the decline as far as number of students go at Pleasant Grove.
I would hate to see them on the area schedule every year, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And then over on Region 5, now this is where things get interesting. Curry has dropped down to Class 3A. They're over there with Oakman. They've got Danville, East Lawrence, Fayette County, Haleyville, Hatton, Oakman's already mentioned up, and Winfield. So it's kind of what they had last year minus Carbon Hill, but then all of a sudden, man, they pick up Fayette County in that also? Ooh.
Yeah. You look at Fayette County and Winfield are always in the mix, where whatever region they're in, whatever classification they're in. And some of the teams like Haleyville is up and down. Sometimes they can be good. They were terrible this year. Hatton's not great, hardly ever. East Lawrence, they're one of those iffy, and Danville's usually not very good. So I really feel like Oakman and Curry got a pretty good matchup there. Like, they should be able to fight for a playoff spot immediately.
Two young teams, too.
Right.
Really young teams that we got to know this past year. Going to be interesting to see that. Class 2A, we've got another division here, and this is where Carbon Hill shows up at. They showed up in the region with Cleveland, Cold Springs, Gordo, Lamar County, Locust Fort, Midfield, and Southeastern. Man, that is just as tough.
Yeah, it definitely is just as tough. And a lot of those teams are on the rise. Like Cold Springs has been really good the last several years. Gordo's always good, always playing for a state championship. And like a team like Southeastern, they've gotten so much better in the last 4 or 5 years, and they're competing every year now. So that's a tough region for Carbon Hill to land in, even drop into 2A.
Absolutely. Winston County got dropped into another region of their own. They do see some familiar faces in Colbert County and Falkville. They've got J.B. Pennington, Lexington, Phil Campbell, Sheffield, and Tanner. Tanner's really come apart. You remember a few years ago when LaRon White, the former Alabama great, had them 13 and 14 wins a season for the longest time. They've fallen on tough times.
When Sheffield's formerly big school, they were a 4A, 5A school for years and years. So I'm sure they play some good football at a 2A level. Phil Campbell has been really good the last several years. Falkville's been much better. And my favorite thing that I heard on Friday when reclassification came out is this fella sitting on the end of the table called Colbert County Colbert County.
I travel the world, James. I've been outside of Walker County.
I know. I love it, though. I love it. I said, well, we can tell your political affiliation.
Didn't Stephen Colbert sponsor the county? He did something up there, right?
I think he did.
Something with the high school,
I believe that's correct.
I think so.
Stephen Colbert is a quite giving individual too, especially for something like that. Maybe we can work out a name thing or something. I don't know.
Nah, he's a stupid liberal. Don't talk about him.
Moving back to sports, my goodness. Class 1A. James, this is a whole lot of familiar faces. Really hadn't changed that much. Addison, Meek, Belgreen, Hackleburg, Phillips, Red Bay, and Waterloo. That's no different than it was last year. Lynn's region, Lynn, Berry, Brilliant, Hubbardville, Marion County, Pickens County, South Lamar. Sulligent is basically moving down to 1A, and they've replaced Summoning Christian in that region, which, of course, will not have football. So that's only one team in between. Those two areas have just completely changed.
Right, and I think that Region 7, Addison and Meek they're gonna be the ones that everybody look to and expect to win that.
Well, outside of Hackleburg, who is going to challenge them?
And I would also like to say I refer to that team as Bear Creek and not Phillips because they are terrible, and Phillipses are not a bunch of losers.
Did they change the name of the school?
It's called Phillips-Bear Creek.
Oh, it's just did that change recently? Or?
No, it's been like that for
Phillips
years
Bear Creek.
and years, yeah.
That's just confusing.
So I just call them Bear Creek.
Yeah.
They're not good at football, though.
Yeah, they are.
Watch out, man. We may have some Bear Creek Phillips fans here tonight. You never know.
Well, there's some Phillips fans here, I guarantee you, but they're not.
No,
Bear Creek.
probably not either. Probably none of those either.
The
family's not here tonight, James. You're on your own.
Well, that's an overall look at it, guys. Basically, taking a look, the competition is definitely honed up. Overall, I'd say for most of our teams.
Oh, I think so. Timmons, what do you think from looking over at your first rodeo here with reclassification?
It's, jarring, I would say, to see the competition cut in half. Like, you are taking away, competition from players by doing private and public.
Right.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like that at all. As a Curry grad, I'm glad to see Curry drop down one. I think that's more of a natural position for Curry High School, and with the rise of that program and Coach Jace Cordell, got to know him, man. That's really, I'm really optimistic about it. Also, I need to mention over the weekend there was a wrestling tournament at Jasper High School, right? What was the name of that one?
Berserker
Brawl.
Or Brawl,
yeah. Curry High School third place.
Great job.
First year wrestling program.
Wow. Look at
awesome.
that.
Yeah, how about that? So that is something that Jace implemented on his return, something he wanted to see for the big fellas, the big hungries up front. And our good friend Patrick Bolak, who has a son on the team, on the Jasper team, he told me the coach's name for Curry, but it escapes me. But that's, like I say, another feather in the cap of Jace Cordell, just to make me even a bigger fan.
Well,
A lot of energy around that program.
Yeah.
Overall.
What classification? Do you remember what they were when you graduated?
I want to say it was a 4 or 5A.
It's probably 4,
Yeah.
if I'm thinking correctly. When I was in high school, Curry and Dora both were 5A, and we only had 6A.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Those were both really large schools, and now you're looking at Dora's on a lower level of 4A, and Curry has fallen into 3A. So a lot of change in student numbers there over the last 20 years.
A lot of numbers to delve into for
Right.
if we want to get into those kind of things, why it is, but where's Dora? Where did they fall to?
They're
They
4A.
felt
Okay, but they stayed for it, right?
They stayed 4A,
Yeah.
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 But they're a low 4A.
Yeah.
And had a rough season this past season, so
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to get easier.
No.
Well, that is an absolute murderer's row that they're in. They
Yeah, that's
are
a tough-
playing
they're
some
only,
very formidable opponents.
Everybody's a Birmingham school other than Oak Grove.
Yeah.
And so I think it'll be a really tough region for them.
Well, again, excited to see how it plays out next season.
I mean, it's going to make for a fun,
I think
a
so.
fun fall
I
for
think
us,
so.
for sure.
My first season under my belt, a lot of fun, enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Well, guys, do you want to take a short break, and we'll come back and
Yeah, keep it right here in just a second.
okay. Well, no problem with that. And on the heels of that, I've really enjoyed these past couple of weeks in basketball. I think we've gotten a lot of things going in the right direction. What we're seeing out there on the court, particularly from Oakman, from Jasper, from all the teams.
Carbon Hill has played really well, boys and
Carbon
girls.
Hills has really picked it up, and Oakman girls, not just the boys, the girls also really on a hot streak right now, and I think it's happening at the right time just before area tournament starts to shape up.
And Jasper boys as well. They played quite well the other night at Coleman. That was one of the most fun broadcasts
Oh,
that I
man.
think
Me too.
we've ever done.
Yeah. We made the trip up to Coleman, went to their house. They're very accommodating, so thanks and shout out to the Coleman athletic director, Mike, I think was his name.
Yeah, Mike was
getting us set up there in the stands. But wow, what a game, what an environment, man.
was.
Crowds, both sides sit right on that court,
Yeah,
don't
they're
they?
right on the court. It's a much smaller facility than Carl Cannon Coliseum.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool gym.
Yeah.
I thought I like the way it was made.
Shout out to the Jasper cheerleaders again. They had to get told to tone it down a little bit because they were
Oh, yeah.
full of that
They're,
Viking spirit.
Viking spirit, yeah.
they're used to a larger arena. They have to project.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They, man, those girls will get in. That's the
telling you
cheerleaders
what.
you need are the ones, they know the sport and they like to yell at officials.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a great cheerleader.
This was a story I heard last night. They got the names of the roster, or the names on the roster of the Coleman players, and they were just yelling at this one guy in particular all night. Gary. Turns out the kid's name was Gray.
Great.
oh my God.
Somebody was
think that's even
dyslexic on the
worse.
So I got
cheerleaders
really
squad.
excited. It was like, I was like, well, that's actually kind of more disrespectful, I think. So.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. They were enjoying it though. You could definitely tell, particularly the win. But I'm just talking the entire game. You could just tell they were having a fun.
All right, Hale, you ready to take it to break?
Yeah, let's just do that. We'll be back in just a few moments here at the Crawfish Warehouse, WJLX. Welcome back, everybody. Wednesday night here at the Crawfish Warehouse in downtown Jasper. WJLX bringing it to you. James Phillips, Brian Hill, and Jonathan Timmons joining you all tonight, and we're just waiting, taking a good look here at what we got on the screen. That's the Lakers in Cleveland. Let me ask you a question. You're a Cleveland fan, as in the Browns.
Right.
What do you think about the Super Bowl matchup?
Oh, you know, I'm going to be pulling for the Seahawks.
You're going to be pulling for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, and I liked Brady when he was a quarterback at New England. I'm not a big fan of their owner. I don't like the Kraft guy. Yeah. He tends to donate to some places I wouldn't personally donate my money to. But I think the Seahawks, they've got such a strong defense. Mm-hmm. Both teams have a really good defense. It's going to come down to who can create turnovers. I really think that's going to be the big thing. It's going to be turnovers or special teams play. And I really think it's going to be a close Super Bowl.
Well, it almost harkens back to a time that we had Brady versus the Seahawks, and Richard Sherman absolutely got all over Tom Brady. Much different of an era, though, guys. Jonathan, you pro fan, what you think?
I'm going with the Patriots. Was up there in Boston last year and caught a Patriots game versus the Dolphins, and got to see Drake May come in off the bench.
Oh,
so yeah, so that was like his first experience last season, and man,
I think he's a heck of a player.
I know it's just an awesome story. You know, 2 year, right? Still a rookie, I guess technically, right? Yeah. But yeah, it seems like a real straight up dude. I like where they're playing football right now. Yeah. Seahawks, yeah, I like you. I remember watching Sherman Williams and
Richard Sherman and
who was Sean Alexander? I'm sorry, Sean Alexander, and that Super Bowl they played against Pittsburgh, right? They lost Pittsburgh, but I watched that one in Fallujah, Iraq.
Oh,
that's what I remember about that Super Bowl.
Crazy.
January of 2006.
I like Sam Darnold for them. He's got a great story too.
Yep.
As far as just kind of bouncing back after the first part of his career was so flat. And the last couple of years, he's been really good.
Yeah, at Minnesota. It was at Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota last year.
I was catching the post game the other night, and somebody said, "Well, what do you think about your first Super Bowl?" He's like, "Well, this is my second, technically, because I was with the 49ers in 20."
Right.
And I was like, "Whoa!"
And nobody knew.
I had no idea he was a backup for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
Yeah,
let's take a short break as Coach Burns is about to join us. We're going to pick his brain about that fabulous game that we saw last week, and
that's not going to take long.
So we're going to be back in just a few moments here on WJLX at Crawfish Warehouse.
And we're back here at Crawfish Warehouse. James Phillips, Brian Hale, and it's time for the Coach Heath Burns Show. Jasper head coach Heath Burns joins us, and introduce who you got with you today, Coach.
Am I good? Okay.
There you go.
To my immediate left here is Braylon Dickerson, a sophomore. Going to be a really good player for us. This is the future, by the way, these three right here. So you got to his left, Jonah Elliott. He's a freshman.
Jonah looks like he's in the 4th grade.
He's supposed to be. We promoted him 3 times.
And he's that good of a basketball player, too.
He is a good one. And to his left is a sophomore, Ledger Smothers.
Okay, so you got the next generation.
This is it, man. This is the future. I can't wait. These guys are they're great players, but they're great character kids. I mean, they're guys that you can build your culture around. Like, you don't have to worry about anything with these guys. They're always where they're supposed to be and doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're just wonderful young men. Great families, just great dudes.
Before we get into talking about each of them a little bit more, let's talk about that last game against Coleman. That was kind of a cool atmosphere, wasn't it, being on the road and facing every kind of adversity you could face, I think, and come off with a win.
Yeah, I didn't know if we could get any more adversity. I swear that
at the end there, it seems like they just kept getting shots for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know why that is, James. They got about 4 extra shots,
right.
and 4 extra seconds, too.
Yeah.
It's odd that happens when you go up there, but I don't know. The guys, I thought our guys handled the adversity well. When in a time we could have blown up and lost our cool, our kids kept their cool. They played on both sides of the ball. We got some key rebounds in those situations, and we made some big free throws. So I thought it was a great atmosphere. I thought it was a lot of fun for our guys, and it's good for these guys to be around that because, they get to see what it's going to be like next year. When they're on the floor, it's different, man. And when you get to see them watch it, maybe, it introduces them to a higher level of excitement when you're on the floor. You got to have a calm mannerism. So, and these guys have that. They're all three. They're so quiet and so well mannered, and then they're so even keel. They're sharp kids, man.
That the atmosphere in the Coleman gym. That's the first time I've been to their gym, and they're right on the court. They're right on top of you. That's different than what you see, especially when you get into a playoff run or something like that. When you're in such a big arena, that's a way different look being in Coleman.
And they like it like that. It's an atmosphere that's tough to play in. I can remember being at Hueytown. We played at Carver Montgomery, and that was the COVID year. And so the Sweet 16 was at a host school, which is a bunch of mess. So we had to travel in the Sweet 16 to Carver Montgomery in a very similar situation. But they put their band right behind me.
Wow.
Right, and the bass drum was right there. So every time out, bam, bam. I couldn't hear nothing. They couldn't hear nothing. So we had hand signals.
Wow.
And we had to write stuff down. It was similar to that, but our guys did a good job of echoing things that night. So our communication has got a lot better. These kids have learned to communicate, in ways that I don't even know about because these cats, they laugh about things, and they – and it's good to see them read the ball finally. They're finally seeing what the ball does and reading it and reacting, and that's kind of our offense. It's a read and react type of offense. So it's fun in those situations to be able to play the game, and we did.
Right, and came away with a region championship. That's the first time since what, 2018? Or
I'm not sure. It's been a while since Jasper's won it, but that was the first since I've been there. So we finished runner-up a few times. Every year. So, but it's been tough. Been in there with Ramsey and then jumped in there with Coleman. But, we thought that year 3 or year 4 that it was going to take that much. And here we are year 4, and we've made the turn. I think that it's just going to get better. It's going to get better each year. When you got young men like this, it's going to get better.
And now you get the area tournament at home. That won't be until February 7th, you said, and that'll be the play-in game between Coleman and Mortimer Jordan.
Well, and that's going to be at the 2-seed school.
Will it? Okay.
Well, there's a little dispute about it right now. Imagine that. So, and when there's the dispute, it goes to the host school.
Okay.
In the initial meeting, we decided that, it goes to the 2-seed. They could host a 2-3 play-in, and I didn't like it. But, I'm only one vote, James, so I didn't win that. So anyway, I thought, last year we had to go 2-3. We had to go to Coleman. I thought, what's good for them? What's good for us too? What's good for them? So it didn't work that way this year. So it's they're playing the 2-3 at Coleman, but they've got a dance that night. So they're wanting to play at 11 a.m. So Mortimer Jordan's coach is livid right now.
I bet he is. I would be too.
They're the only team in the state playing a game that's before 7. 11 a.m. So.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's furious because of the Key Club dance.
Yeah.
So maybe maybe their mind's going to be on dancing that night. So.
Maybe so. Well, Brian, you mentioned before we came on the air about one particular play at the very end of the game that was a sweet play to see a quarterback throw to his wide receiver in a basketball game. Tell me about that.
I've just got to know, was that by design? I mean, you take the quarterback out there, he's going to be automatically ready for a leaping wide receiver. You got the hands team, basically. Was that by design?
Well, it was, but it was not meant to be a flag route. It was meant to be a post route. We ended up over there right in front of me,
we were supposed to be going to the goal instead of the sideline.
We wanted something in the center of the floor and to make sure that time clicked, but it wasn't, and it worked out anyway. So Brody called it. It was a good catch.
It was an audible.
Hey, it was.
Yeah.
And it was I'm going to tell you, Lincoln can throw that thing, man.
Oh, I know.
He can wing it, and, we've seen him wing basketballs in practice, but he can wing a football. So we thought, man, what else? Let's put our receivers out there, let them run routes, and just it's 0.5. It's, physically almost impossible to get anything but a tip, but so you're not going to get tip on the other end, so unless you're going to tip it in our basket. That'd be fine, too.
And you'll take it.
Yeah. So we were just looking for something on the other end to make sure it's in play. So it worked out.
And I would think if you need like a 3/4 court throw to win the game, you're probably going to put him back there too and let your quarterback throw it.
Well, we wouldn't be shy to do that. He's one of those guys. Brody's one of those guys. Brody's got a good arm. Ledger's got a good arm.
Any of those Smothers can throw.
They can throw a little bit. They can throw.
They come out of the womb throwing footballs.
Right. These other two can catch it and handle it. So, we'd be good in shape. We'd be in real good shape, actually.
Well, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about these guys and what role they play in the program.
Sounds great.
All right, we'll be right back from Crawfish Warehouse for the Heath Burns Show here on WJLX.
Over here.
And we're back at Crawfish Warehouse here in sweet downtown Jasper, Alabama. They got some great specials tonight. Come out and get all your Cajun favorites or anything else that they might have. Hale says the hamburger is amazing.
Excellent. Yeah, really good.
Just to give you guys no drinks for any of you. Okay.
Yeah, that's Jonah, the fourth grader.
Does Jonah have a license? He got a fake license or something?
He does.
I knew it.
He gets it somewhere in Green Springs. I'm not sure where it's at.
I could tell by looking at him. He looks like trouble.
He is.
Guys, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you feel your role is on the team, and then we'll start asking some questions.
Yes, sir. My name is Jonah Elliott. My role on the team is really just pushing the first group, making them better, preparing them for games, and just learning from the seniors while I'm here and just preparing for the future whenever the time comes.
All right. Who's next?
Ledger Smothers. Our role is just support the starters. Every day at practice is giving them my all, make sure they're ready to play every game. Just learn as much as I can from them.
My name is Braylon Dickerson. I think my role is supporting the starters, getting ready for every game, and being behind them at all times.
Well, Braylon, keep it there for a second. I know you've been getting some playing time pretty early in a lot of the games. It seems to me like you really get after it on defense. You're constantly hustling. What's your favorite part of the game? Like, what do you like to do?
Like defense.
Yeah. What is it about defense?
It's just great not seeing other people score.
Right. And it feels good to just shut somebody down sometimes. That was the feeling I would get. I barely ever shut anybody down, but when I did, I felt great about it. Elliot, you've got a brother on the team too as well.
Yes, sir, I do.
And you're Jonah. He's Jake, right?
Yes, sir.
Jake, he had a nickname when he came on. Was he?
Yeah.
He was the Mad Dog, wasn't he?
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
That's what we called him.
Yeah. Or was he Mad Dog?
No, he was Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog, that's right.
You got a nickname?
I don't think so. Coach Burns hasn't given me one yet.
You're too young for a nickname.
I guess so.
By
He's
next
got
year.
one. We just can't say it right
Oh,
now.
can't say it on the air.
No, he's a good kid, man.
What I've been impressed about Jonah is that when he comes into a game, there's been several games where he's came in facing their ones even, still in the game, and he's fearless. Like, he's dribbling past people, nothing stopping him. I haven't seen him freak out as an 8th grader in a game, and most people would. I mean, even good 8th graders, they freak out in certain situations, and you just take it to the goal even. And where do you get that bravery from?
Just knowing the work I put in, the bigger people, they don't scare me as much as they would if I didn't put in the work for it.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're not the tallest guy out there yet.
No, sir.
You got a lot of years to grow,
Yes,
but
sir.
you'll go in. It doesn't matter who's in there. Ledger, what's your favorite thing about just being on the court? What do you like to do? What's your role? You said, I know you're doing the things to make the others better, but when you're in that game, what do you want to do?
I love to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
I love defense, getting after people, just locking them down, not letting them do anything. It feels good to lock somebody down and hit a crisp 3.
Well, if you love to shoot the ball, you're playing for the right guy, because he always loved to shoot the ball.
Yes, sir.
That's true. That is true.
I've never seen him play defense, though.
That's not true. Well, kind of, yeah, I guess. You couldn't score passing the ball, man. You had to shoot it, right?
Well, I guess so. I guess that was it. What do y'all feel just about this season? And everybody can give their thoughts, but to be able to be young guys on the team, you're region champions, y'all have got to play some really good minutes and things like that. Just what do you feel about this team overall?
It's been a great experience, a great season. Last year I got set back, injury, didn't get to play, so it's been a good learning year coming back and being able to play for Coach Burns. Learned a lot. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. Just not taking it for granted and just being grateful for the opportunity I've been given. Just learning from these seniors and watching them what they do best, and they've been playing great ball recently.
I would like to also say it's a great experience playing behind Coach Burns.
Oh, see, he even said just being around you.
I love this guy, man.
Did he
Did
give you a $5 bill earlier?
I did. I'll be honest. These guys, they're amazing kids. BD right here, he's just an awesome dude, man. These guys mean a lot to me, man. These guys, they, we talk a lot and we aggravate each other a lot off, the court. People doesn't see anything but the coaching side of me. But these guys bring out the best in me, man. I swear they do. They just they make you want to be a better person. And being around young men like this is just an honor. And I don't take it lightly, that their parents let me have the opportunity. So I don't want to waste a moment, man, with these guys. I want to make them the best, the best person they can be, and the best player they can be also. But these kids are great people, like just great people, and they're going to be such success stories. And Big D made me cry last week. He got saved, man. I'm so proud of him, man.
Awesome.
Just an awesome dude. And Jonah and Ledge, man, they're just so solid. All these guys, man, they're just good dudes, man. And when they say what they're saying, they're sincere.
Right.
They're genuine kids, man. That whatever they say, they mean it. And I'm so grateful.
When I know the way that this team has gelled, it's like a little family. Are these three the little brothers? Like, is that how they get treated sometimes?
They are. They our guys love them, man. You ought to hear like their older brothers and the other guys talk about them. Like, there's been many conversations I've had with other like players about these guys, and where they went to bat for them. Like, Coach, we Brody Garrett loves Braylon Dickerson, and we found early that Braylon was a dog. He can guard you, man.
Yeah.
He can really guard. He loves defending. So we found a lot of worth and value in what Braylon does, and Brody saw it. And Brody said, Coach, hey, man, we can go with him in situations like we can trust. Like, so we went with him, and we had made that call a while back before that, like in our defensive packages, but to have guys like Brody, as senior, going to bat for you, that means something to this kid.
Right.
So I wanted him to know that. And, these other guys, their brothers have went to bat for him. I mean, it's a cool thing to hear these kids talk about each other, because you don't hear that much.
Yeah.
But we got great dudes, man, great people, and just great support staff.
Everybody that's been on the show since Christmas has said that the trip to Gatlinburg was such a moment for you guys that it had made you all come together. Do you guys feel that way too, and why?
I do. It was really getting to know the guys more than I did before, and just really talking to them more, getting to know them deeper. It really got us more bonded together and just growing as a team.
Yeah. And y'all are used to being, you can take it, y'all are used to being the little brothers in your house even. How does it feel to kind of be the little brothers on the basketball team?
I mean, the way they treat me, I know they're playing around me, they mess with me a lot, and I'm really grateful for it. It's building me up for whenever my time comes, and I know what they're doing for me is the best.
Right.
For my fit.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's not like the old days where there'd be some hazing and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Lord, they couldn't do that, man. They'd die. But these guys, those are things that we don't have to worry about with these kids. Like, they love they sincerely love each other. And, with any organization, like, for it to be successful, that word's got to be in there. That word, love. You got to love what you do and love who you do it with. And these guys love the game. They love playing with each other.
Well, and you've said that about every kid that we've had up here this year, and I've totally believed you. Like, even just from watching them as a broadcaster, the way that they compete, the way that they present themselves, they seem like really good kids.
It's amazing to be around these guys.
So I'm guessing you cut the bad ones before the season started.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I just know about these guys. And I'm just grateful, man. They're great kids.
Yeah. Well, y'all represent Jasper extremely well. All of you do. And we're proud to follow you around and watch your ball games for sure. It's a lot of fun for me. What time we got now? 6:52. I think it's time to go ahead and head on out here in a second. Anything? Let's talk about what we got coming up.
Okay.
The rest of this week into next week. What we got?
Saturday's a big game. I'm sorry. Let's go Thursday. Tomorrow. We travel to number 1 Hale County.
Right.
They're number 1 in 3A, and man, they've got a really good player, Gage Mayfield. He's a 6'8" guard, wing type player, shoots it well. Division I sign. He signed with Oklahoma. you know, 4-star, 5-star kid in some polls, but he's number 1 player in the state, and he's number 1 for a reason. But I think we can, you know, we see some things that we can do to maybe slow him down. I think, you know.
Who's going to be the first guy guarding him?
Probably that kid right there in front, Braylon Johnson.
Yeah.
I think Braylon's got that little chip on his shoulder that sometimes when he shows up to play, he can play with him.
And Braylon's a senior, showed up to support his guys tonight.
That says a lot for him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and we appreciate him showing up and having some fun with us.
That's cool, man. Yeah, but Braylon has had a great year. Braylon has had some games where at the rim, man, he's been blocking shots left and right, and especially at Colton's. He has 2 fantastic games, you know. Like if we get that kind of outage from him like every night, it's going to be like a great ending to the season. And we got a little run to go on. So we're looking forward to big things from him in the future. But he had like 4 key blocks in the 4th quarter, and in one span he and Jarrell and Lincoln had like 6.
Yeah.
In like 5 minutes, it was crazy. So these guys, man, they're protecting the rim better. So he'll get the first call on Gage, and but we're going to be doing some things different where Gage thinks he's got one on him, but he might not. So I'll just say that. So.
Yeah.
Braylon hit up quite a few good threes the other night also, right in front of me. I got those on video, and they were sweet. Good job, Braylon.
He's got a beautiful stroke, man, and he's just now coming into his own. You know, that's what's crazy is you know, where he was at and where he's at now is light years apart, but man, he's going to be he's not even close to his ceiling. Not even close. He's going to go to college and do something like crazy if he just sticks with it. So he's got a great future ahead of him.
And then you got game scheduled for Saturday.
Right.
The weather's kind of a up in the air type deal, but you got Cold Springs coming in that day.
Yeah, you know,
and they're a really good 2A school.
Well, you go from number 1, let's see, Hale County to number 3. Cold Springs, which was number 1 the prior week. So, and you know, and you jump right back in number 1 section on Monday. So, and you know, we were supposed to play midfield. You know, on Monday. You know, was it Monday or Tuesday? Monday, and you know they're number 5 in 3A. So our schedule's been tough, but we meant for it to be like this, so it would prepare us for the run. You know, and our guys need to see playoff type games and playoff type atmospheres every night. And we've got to see that. And so, you know, our guys have stepped up and played well. So we're expecting the bigger the game, the bigger the moment, the bigger our guys will step up. So we're looking forward to it.
And it hasn't been an easy schedule even from the beginning. But here this last month, you scheduled it out where every team is a team that can compete in whatever division they're in.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, again, we do that purposely to, you know, to prepare us for the playoffs. You know, we want to make sure there's a lot of different styles in the playoffs. You know, a lot of teams play slow, a lot of teams play fast, a lot of athletic teams, a lot of less. They get more out of less. And so we want to make sure that we play them all. So when we go into the playoffs, we know what we're going to face, and it doesn't matter what the name on the front of the jersey is. It just matters what ours says.
Right.
And, we're just trying to be the best we can be. So.
And these 3 guys you got, they probably do as much or more film study than anybody on the other teams. Because they have to recreate what the other teams do in practice.
And it's really cool because these guys, Jake, his older brother, really gets them together, and Jonas Schwab, and they really understand what the other team's doing. They get together, they go over the scout report with their coach, with Coach Walls and Coach Lane, and they know going into practice what we need to do to push the ones.
Right.
And not only the ones, but, you know, the other guys too. So, and to get themselves ready too. Because, you know, these guys have to go in and guard sometimes. And we've got some unique situations this year where we had to put them in and handle the ball some because of foul trouble. You know, the Oxford situation where everybody but you fouled out.
Right,
so, you know, that,
I would have been tossed if I was at that game, I guarantee you.
Well, I would have liked to have been, but
you didn't want to get the school fine.
Well, there was a lot of things going on that night. It was a wild night. I'll say that.
Well, Coach, wish you luck here through the weekend and early next week. We'll be there for each game, and can't wait to see you guys go 3-0 over the next few days and get ready for that area tournament.
We're ready. Let's go.
Monday night, senior night. Okay, yeah. So we'll.
You guys, these people need to come out and support these people. These kids, man. There's 6 fantastic seniors right here that have had great careers, great years. Like, they've done so much for our program. They've got us over that hump that we thought we were going to get over last year.
Right.
You know, and you know, these guys they've overcome a lot of adversity, and we're in a situation where we're hosting the area title. No one thought that was going to happen.
Right.
We won the Classic in Gatlinburg. Nobody thought that was going to happen. We're you know, almost at 20 games winners right here. Nobody thought that would happen. So they've overcome a lot, and I'm so proud of this team. Those seniors have done a really great job of leading these young men and getting them ready each night.
Oh, yeah. And then y'all will be celebrating the senior cheerleaders as well that night, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
You don't want to, do you? Hey, now, we were just talking.
I'm just kidding.
We were talking on the air before y'all got here, and I'm pretty sure the cheerleaders almost got kicked off the floor at Coleman because they were letting kids have it. They were letting the officials have it. They were all over people.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
Those kids, they crack me up, man. We've got some good cheerleaders that are great kids. But we do have one senior girl basketball player, too, Mariana Rigsby, that we'll be celebrating, too. So
right.
Great kid.
They are in Orlando for nationals, by the way, thanks to JT.
Yeah, that's right. Cheerleaders are in Orlando. They were heading that way earlier when I talked to Jonathan Jordan.
Really?
For their competition. So.
Well, Coach Jordan went too.
Yeah, he went too. I guess he got a free Disney World trip. I don't know.
Wow, that must be nice, man.
Right. when you retire from a tough job like coaching the Vikings, maybe you'll get to do some of that.
I hope so. I'd like to travel a little bit. You know, for free, I'm sure too.
Right. Can y'all give me a big go Vikes as we head out?
Go Vikes!
There you go, Coach. Go Vikes. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in here from the Crawfish Warehouse.